I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we'll try. I need to fix me up a lower version of it so when my voice is raspy. I thank God for giving me this song. Brother Joe lost his possession, and all his children were killed the same day. But he still fell down and worshiped the God that giveth and taketh away. And even when his health was stricken, he went on trusting God day by day. And though he did not know the purpose, but through it all, they might have heard Job say. So Lord, if this is where you want me, oh yes, Lord, I'll praise you while I'm here. Oh, though my mind says I forsake God, Lord, but in my heart I know you're near. Listen. Lord, I can see where this is going. Whoa, yes, but Lord, I know you have a plan. How many believes he has a plan? Yes, he does. And if I just keep on trusting, Lord, I'll come out a stronger man. What is faith? It's the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. And without it, we can't please God, is what the Bible says. Paul and Silas thrown in prison, but they would not let circumstances prevail. I like this. Oh, Satan thought they would surrender as they both sat bound up in that Roman jail. The devil didn't know to you, Brother George. Church, but that old devil was mistaken. Cause at midnight they both sang and praised the Lord. Yes, they did, hallelujah. Oh, and their faith was soon rewarded when the jailer and his house received the Lord. Take that devil, take that devil. Lord, if this is where you want me to be, God, I'm going to praise you while I'm here. Oh, my mind says how many's the devil ever told you? God don't know what you're going through. God don't even care what you're going through. Honey, the devil's a liar. How many knows that? If you are saved, you belong to Jesus. Honey, you're never out of his sight. I don't care how bad it gets, Juanita. When I'm about to shout in spite of myself, I'm telling you, you can trust him. You can go to the bank with his word. He cannot lie, Pam. He cannot lie, and he cannot fail, and he will not. Listen to me. But I'm still good, the Holy Ghost up here. Well, it's hard to understand, even when I do my best. So many times things still turn out wrong. Amen. Amen. Church, but God won't let me down. I said he knows right where I am and exactly what I need to make me strong. So Lord, if this is where you want me, oh Lord, I'll praise you while I'm here. Thank you, Jesus. something said sing it. The devil said, you can't sing it. Your voice is shot. It's gone. But you know, let me just tell you a little story about this song that God gave me. There's a brother, and I need to call him. I've not heard from him in a while. Me and Tammy's been talking. This brother, he's a one-legged man. He works harder than any two-legged man that I've ever met in my life. He lost his leg in a motorcycle wreck. He was wild as a buck. Wild. Drugs, you name it. They covered him up. They said he dead. They covered him up. They was just working the traffic. But I think maybe somebody saw the sheet move or something. But he's had a lot of operations, and he still has, you know, some. But this man, he was married for years. Married for years. And his wife left him. But he never gave up. And he still, let me tell you something, this man still, if his wife would come back to him tomorrow, he'd take her back in a heartbeat. I'm sorry, I just don't believe I'd take a woman back after a while. I mean, she left him. They was married for years. She left him for another man and left him and all. But he kept praying and all, but she came back. They got remarried. He was a cloud nine, happiest man in the world. But they wasn't married maybe even a year if that long. And he noticed she'd get up in the middle of the night and stuff. And long story short, she was getting on that stinking computer. Met up with another man. And so she left him again. But I was out in my little garden when he called me. He was so broken. How do you help somebody? How do you help somebody that is that low? That, you know what I'm saying? Because I've had a dedicated wife. I'm not saying it's impossible for Tammy to leave me. She can do it. I've said for years, jokingly, I said she might run off with a vacuum cleaner salesman tomorrow. But, you know, I said I don't believe she will, because she knows she's got a good thing, but just being silly. But still, I said if she did, all jokes aside, if she did, I'm convinced I wouldn't give up on God. I couldn't give up on God. You know what I'm saying? I love Tammy, and I know that Tammy loves me. But Juanita, I love Jesus for her. I love Jesus for her. But I tried, you know, to encourage that brother as best I could. I was about lost for words. But as soon as I hung up with him, God began to deal with my heart with that song. Lord, if this is where you want me. Y'all, when my oldest sister got killed that December the 10th, 1980, that night when my sister got killed, I'm not proud to say this at all. I'm not a bit proud. But I beat the ground with my fist. And I said, why, God? Why, God? Why, God? And I know that God could have, an angel could have caused that drunk man to swerve and went off the road instead of T-boning my sister. You know what I'm saying? I know that God, Darlene, God could have kept my sister from being killed that night. I know that He could. But I've come to terms, and I trust God. Maybe I don't always understand God, but I trust God. And I will say this, Greg, in part, I'm standing here tonight because my sister was killed. What do you mean by that? I know where my sister's at.
Yes, amen.
Come on, and I know in order to see her again, I've got to make it to the other side.